Hello my dear students, you're welcome here on online tutorial of YouTube channel of Cambridge Public School. This is Raj Malhotra and in this lesson I'm going to teach you your first chapter of English literature book. This video is useful for the student of class 7. So we will complete this chapter in our following steps. Firstly, we will complete about writer or poet. Then after we will complete about chapter, then word meaning, then summary. Okay. Then we will complete question answers. For question answers, I will give you some certain notes when your class will open. Okay. At this time, this you will focus on summary, on explanation. Okay. Then after conclusions, we will talk about conclusions, that what moral values you have taken after the explanation. Okay. And then after you will have to practice on some exercises. So let's begin the chapter. The chapter is now in front of you. Firstly, we will read about that. We will understand about that. The name of chapter. The name of chapter is His Last Message. And this chapter has been composed by Mr. K.K.N. Daruwala. Look over here. He is born on 1937. He is an Indian poet and short story writer in English language. He is also a former Indian Police Service officer. He was awarded the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1984 for his poetry collection, The Keeper of the Dead. Look here, this is the book for which he has given this award. Then he was also awarded Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian award in India during 2014. So you will have to remember two things over here. The first one is that the name of chapter is His Last Message, and by whom this chapter has been composed, the name of the person, that is K.K.N. Daruwala, and which type of the award that was given to him, that is Padma Shri, Sahitya Akademi. Okay. Then after come to the chapter. Now chapter is in front of you. Read every lines. Okay, concentrate on every line, so what the line has written here, because this is very short poem but very deep meaning. Okay, so let's start. The tiger spoke to me in my dream. Tonight I will prophesy that if I die, the forest will die. Listen carefully. As I have already said that the poem has been composed by Mr. K.K.N. Daruwala. So the explanation is now that in this poem, Mr. K.K.N. Daruwala wants to address about his dream. You can see, means that in his, when he was sleeping, you can see the picture over here also. When he was sleeping, then a tiger, here the tiger is, then a tiger came in his dream. Okay, and said that he can prophesy, he can say about the future, activities. Listen carefully. In this poem, Mr. K.K.N. Daruwala, Mr. Narrator, Mr. Poet, wants to address that a tiger came in his dream and said, if all animals and forest will die, then the time will not so far. The time is not so far. Look over here, this line. The death of planet is not so far. Means the time is not so far when also the whole planet will die. Tiger also said him to make aware everyone to understand and realize the today's conditions, today's situations. Otherwise, everywhere there will be bones, everywhere there will be skins. All the places look like that bone market or skin market. Means चारों तरफ लाश ही लाश दिखाई पड़ेगा पृथ्वी पर. Okay, listen again please. The dream that was seen by Mr. Narrator was really important because it is the true picture, true scene of today's situation, right? So this is the poem from which poet wants to tell you that he had seen a dream, and through his dream he wants to address about today's situation, means that he has forecasted about the future, that in the future some disaster will come because all the natural resources that we are using in a very rapid mode, okay, in a very fast mode. So when all the forest, when all the animals will die, then the time will not so far that the planet will also die. Okay, and everywhere there will be the people that look like a skin market, like bone bazaar. All the people started to die also. Okay, now we will talk about word meanings. The first word is prophecy. Prophecy means that something will happen in future. Look here, this word I am talking about that. Then the second word is skin market. Skin market means human society. Okay. Then the third one is that bone bazaar. Bone bazaar means markets of bones. Then the fourth is odd, means unusual, means strange. Okay. So these words that you will have to focus and remember. So learn and play with these words. Okay. The next part is that short summary. Okay. Just I'm reading fastly because very less time we have. So this poem, the name of this poem is His Last Message, has been composed by a poet, K.K. Daruwala. In this poem, he wants to aware everyone by his dream. He has addressed about prophecy of the world and the planet. Further, he says that there was a tiger in his dream who said if all the tigers, animals will be died, then the time will not so far, the earth will also die. Mr. Dadwala wants to say by his dream that this is odd and would seem to the forest will die. Everywhere there will be bone market and a skin market, means there will be nothing except death. This strange situation will not so far according to poet. So what the conclusion that you have taken, that you have learned from this poem? The conclusion is very simple. What if we want to live comfortably on this beautiful planet, then we must aware everyone about the importance of nature and its all creatures related to their conservation. Okay, so dear students, now I hope that you have understood this poem. Okay, so now for question answers I will give you some certain notes, don't worry. Okay, and now you will have to write the summary in your own words. You can also write the summary in your own words. This is my words that I have written in very simple language. I have used very simple language, but you can use but you can use also your own language. And then if you have understood, and if you have not understood, then I want to say you that watch at least 2 times. Okay, now thank you, have a great day, have a great time, enjoy yourself, goodbye.